Right, I'm going to give you a bit of a stretch routine so you can stretch your whole body, but also so you can learn how to stretch different muscle parts. I'm going to go through it quite quickly. I'm only going to do one side because it's the exact same on the other side. And we're going to start from the bottom and going to work our way up. Enjoy. So we're going to start with the calf, okay? And we work our way up. So what you do, you put one leg in front of the other, you bend the opposite knee, make sure the knees are in line with each other, put your hand on the bent knee, and then you sit down like in an imaginary chair. And you can hold this for as long as you like. You can hold it for 2 minutes if you wanted to, or you can hold it for a couple of seconds. The longer you hold it, the greater the stretch. So after you hold it for a little bit, you then lift your toe up, it's going to increase the stretch. Then you hold that for a second, then you're going to touch your toe, and you hold that for however long you want. And then the last one, you push your bum up into the air, and then you'll feel a nice stretch on your calf. You can also play around with this, so you can invert your foot, you can turn your foot the other way, and you'll feel different stretch on the different sides of your leg, okay? And then you walk out of it, shake it off. And then you move up to your hamstrings. Hamstrings is quite simple. Keep your legs straight, and then you just lean over and try and get your head as close as you can to your knee, like so. Keep it nice and straight. Nice and slowly. Put your hands on the ground if you want, and then just fold yourself up like into a chair. And you hold that for as long as you like. Then we're going to go on to the quads, okay? Quads quite simple. You grab your shoelace. Do not hold your ear for balance. So I wouldn't put your foot on your bum, like so. Take your foot off your bum, and then if you push your hips forwards, you'll feel the more strength on your quads, okay? Now, if you struggle to hold your shoelace, you put your opposite leg forward, okay? Keep your back leg straight. You bend your front knee, so you lean into it, so you feel like a bit of a stretch on your quads already. And then from the hips, you tilt backwards. So you only tilt backwards slightly, so you don't lean back, you tilt back from the hips, like so. And then you're going to feel it. And then you can play around with it. So you can twist your torso one way, and you can twist your torso the other way. And you feel the stretch go in different areas of the quads. Also, make sure you go back to the centre before you get yourself back. If you like this, and try and get yourself up, you're entangled, and you might end up pulling something, okay? So always reset yourself as we go on, right? So, next one, we're going to do the glutes. So different ways to do this one. Okay, sit down, you put one foot in front over the leg, you bring your leg as close as you can to you, you then wrap your arms around your leg, and you try and lift your foot off the ground. And then what you do, with your chest, you lean up straight, and you pull your shoulders back, and you're going to feel a stretch in your glute. And then slowly release it. Another way of doing this is if you turn around, well, you don't need to turn around, I'm turning around to show you. You put your foot on your knee like so. This is going to stretch this side of the glute, so not your left side, well, my right side. Then with your opposite foot, you put your foot flat on the ground if you can, and then what you do, you just try and push your bum as close as you can to the heels. Without leaning backwards, try and stay upright and keep your chest as close as you can to your leg, like so. And you'll feel that. I can already feel it. And the closer you get, the more you feel it. So. Now, if you're flexible and you want to increase the stretch even more, get yourself back out of it. So you put your foot like so. You put your hand through your hole. You wrap around your leg. You wrap around the other one, and then you just roll back. Like so. And then what you do, you try and get your head as close as you can to your foot. And then relax. So you turn yourself into a bit of a pretzel. But that stretches your glutes. So the next one we're going to do is our lower back. Okay? And there's a lot of ways you can do your lower back. So what you do, you're going to sit down, you're going to keep your shoulders on the ground, and with your knees, you're going to just drop it one way. Okay? And hold it. And then your head tilts the other way. And then you twist the other side, like so. And that opens up. Another way of doing your lower back is if you get your leg, you pop it over the other side, you plant it on the ground, you get your opposite arm, you pop it over your knee, and you use your knee as leverage. So you push away on your knee, and you twist your whole body. And you try and look behind you like a little owl. And that's a lovely stretch. So the last one for the lower back, you get down on your belly, put your hands to your side, you push up, and then you look up, like so. It's a beautiful stretch. And you come back down. Right, so we're going to start working our way up the back, okay? So you get yourself into all fours, okay? You get your hand, you put it through your arm and your leg, and you try and get your shoulder to the ground. So like so, arm through, shoulder down. Then we're going to go up a little higher. So what you do, you're going to get yourself to child pose. So you put your hands out, reach out as far as you can, and then you try and get your bum onto the floor, like so. And then, keeping your arms straight, you're going to post your head beyond your biceps. Like so. Beautiful. Right, so we're going to do more of the back. We're going to move up to the back, but also it's going to go into the inside of the scapulars, so inside your shoulder blades, okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to reach up high with both hands, okay? You're going to push back with the hips, keeping your hands up high, and then you're going to post your head past your biceps, so it's like this. Hands up high, like so. You push your hips back, like so, and then you post your head through. And that's a lovely stretch. And then you do the same thing, but this time you put your hands closer together, and it changes the direction of the stretch. So you put your hands together, like so, you post yourself back, head down. Lovely stretch. So we're going to move on to our shoulders now. So you find yourself like a little doorway or anything that you can put your forearm on. So you put the forearm on the doorway or whatever it is, the wall, and then what you're going to do, you're going to step your shoulder in front of your elbow. So I put my foot forwards, you might not be able to see that, but my shoulder goes past my elbow, as you can see. So it's got a slight little pull in it, okay? And then at this position, you just twist. And you twist your torso, you don't twist your head, you twist your torso like a ballerina, and it'll feel like your shoulder is slightly popping out the socket. So obviously don't let it pop out the socket, but just feel the pull. And you can hold it for as long as you like. The longer you hold it, the longer it stretches. But when you go back slowly, and then dismount, all right? Don't get yourself in this position and just relax, because you might pop something out. Last couple, we're just going to do the neck. Okay, so you put your hand on the opposite side of the head and just pull your neck slightly. Don't rip it, otherwise you're going to be like Jason Bourne and ripping your head off. You just hold it in your shoulder, let it drop. You feel it. And obviously do the same the other side. But then what you can do, you tilt your head slightly, not all the way, just slightly. And the same way you tilt is the same hand you're going to use. You put that hand on the crown of your neck and then you just pull it down so it touches your chin. So it touches your chest, and then you feel the stretch on the back of your neck. And then obviously do the other side, like so. And that's a nice little stretch routine. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.